Welcome to the Time Bend Trigger. Thank you ever so much for inquiring and downloading this, obviously, Time Bend Trigger. This is a simple 5-step method to drop 5 kg in the next 6 to 8 weeks without skipping meals, without missing family time, or rebuilding your life around the gym. I'm Mark, I run the Parents Academy, and we introduced the Parents Academy Fit System for every single parent because most parents that we speak to always say that time is the constraint for them achieving their goals, whether that's to be more confident, whether that's to be a role model towards their kids, or just to simply incorporate healthier habits that they can then pass down to the next generation. This Time Bender Trigger, like we said, will allow you to drop 5 kg in the next 6 to 8 weeks, but not only that, build that momentum so you can obviously keep it going. Now, the real reason why, as a busy parent, you are currently stuck, or why you feel like you cannot achieve your goals, or you keep going around in the current cycle that you're currently going in, you've been led to believe that you're broken. But in reality, you're just simply a busy parent. But most generic fat loss advice or any kind of fat loss, weight loss plans doesn't work for you as that parent. It works for people who have the time, energy, and freedom that you simply don't have, or have the life of unexpected illnesses from the kids, unexpected appointments, longer shifts at work because it's busy depending on your kind of career. But that also doesn't mean that your goals don't matter. You still deserve to feel confident in your own skin, to wear the clothes that you want to wear to be in the photos that you want to be on your family vacation, or just chilling by the beach without worrying about how you look or even covering up. But you also want to do this without guilt or frustration. The problem has never been you, as much as it feels like it has been you, or reason why you might not get your goals, and we believe, well, it's just me, I can't do this. It's been the plans that you've simply been following. The promise as part of that Time Bender Trigger is, what if you could start losing fat without tracking every meal, without sacrificing evenings with the kids, without starting over every single Monday, and get out of that kind of cycle? You've been told that it's more time that you need, or you've got the same 24 hours as everyone else. But as parents, we simply don't have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The kids getting up early, we're sleep deprived, the kids being ill, we're unwell, unexpected doctor's appointments, you name it. Our 24 hours are constantly different each and every day. So simply using time differently than you're used to. And that is exactly what this Time Bender Trigger is obviously going to build to do. So how this works, this is a simple, real-life, parent-proof 5-step system that with each step works with what your current routine and schedule is and doesn't go against that. You're going to learn the following: how you can reclaim your time in each and every day throughout the week, how stacking them small wins makes everything feel even easier, and how you can stay consistent without any burnout, without any guilt, without any frustration. And that's going to lead you to dropping 5 kg in the next 6 to 8 weeks and keep going with that momentum. As parents, we feel that as soon as we get up and the time we go to bed, we simply don't have any time because we're constantly on the go. We're constantly full of that chaos. So step one is the chaos audit. So as parents, we actually have things that we call pockets of power. You don't need to overhaul your life completely like it might feel like you need to do. You just need to simply find what your pocket of power and what's available. So how you're going to achieve this is look at your routine hour by hour. Take 5-10 minutes on a Sunday evening when everything's quiet and you've sorted everything else ready for Monday. You want to identify 2 10 to 15 minute blocks, consistent windows through your week. It could be one on a Monday, one on a Friday, just 2 simple 10 to 15 minute consistent windows that you've got available. You want to then block these out like a non-negotiable, whether like it's a work meeting or a doctor's appointment or a school appointment. So in our world, these moments already exist. We just haven't claimed it yet, or we haven't unlocked it yet. Step 2 is what we like to call the parent window method. So like most things in life, us as parents, we're constantly looking through things through a window because we're either sleep deprived, we're fatigued, we're constantly running on no energy, and we're constantly looking through that kind of window. So we want to utilize this by plugging into that time that already exists. So when we try to make time, we end up stressing, we end up getting frustrated, we feel guilty. So even if you take a 5-10 minute bath or a 5-minute hot cup of coffee or tea, we end up feeling guilty because we've taken that time for ourselves. So you need to bend the time that you've already got. So this is achieved alongside step 1 by picking that one block over the week. So that could be post-school run, nap times, post-bed times, or getting up earlier in the morning before anyone else gets up, getting that movement block in. Simply add that 10 to 15 minutes of movement. That could be a walk around the park. That could be a bike ride. That could be going to the gym just to do some cardio or some weight training. And then set a reoccurring reminder. Start small. That could be 1 to 2 times a week. That's all we want to do, so we don't create that kind of overwhelm and we feel like that's taken over our life compared to everything else. Remembering that done is going to be better for you than fully being perfect. That's going to then lead you on to step 3, which is what we call movement anchors. So as a parent, we feel like we constantly need to be moving about when it comes to adding in movement. We then simply just feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even guilty for taking that movement breaks. Making that movement a part of your life and then not an add-on. So you don't need a gym membership to do this. You might feel like, oh, I need to go to the gym and stuff like that. If that's suited to your schedule, go to the gym. If it's not suited to the schedule, you don't need the gym membership to do this. It's just simply about building that kind of momentum. So choose 1 to 2 habits, whether that's making your morning coffee, doing the washing up, putting the washing on, whether that's hoovering around the front room, dusting. All these times we feel like that's the main focus. Can we anchor then 30 to 60 seconds of movement to that habit? That could be squats, that could be lunges, that could be push-ups, that could be wall sits, that could be a quicker way of doing whatever you're doing. It's not about how much you do. It's about the rhythm of you actually doing it and incorporating it. You do this for 1, 2, 3 weeks, the habit will be there. You'll do it without even thinking. Step 4 is what we're going to call a meal merge. There's no going to be cooking separate meals. As parents, we feel like we have to cook separate meals. Some kids, obviously, like autism and stuff like that, you have to cook, obviously, depending on their preferences. But as family, we feel like we have to cook separate meals from our kids. It always is if we want to achieve our goals. But we want to make sure that you can eat with your family and still achieve your goals. For me, the main thing in a day is the family sitting around a dinner table, catching up, enjoying food, having a laugh, and obviously not allowing for that kind of divide inside the family. So we want to use this by simply incorporating a parent plate formula. This could be for the kids, this could be for you, this could be for the partner. You want to stack your plate with half a plate of veg. Ideally, you're looking for green veg, so broccoli, peas, Brussels sprouts, runner beans. These are going to be high volume for low calories. They're going to really fill you up, give you a lot of nutrients as well. On top of that, you want to add a quarter plate of protein sauce. Looking for like lean protein sources, so your chickens, your cods, your 5% lean mince, your turkeys, all them kind of things, really, really good for you. You then want to add a quarter plate of carbs. So really good carbs to have on kind of your plate at dinner times are things like sweet potatoes, rice, really good carbohydrate sources. They're going to fill you up, keep the energy balance inside the body. You can obviously have pasta as well and stuff like that. And then fats-wise, you want to incorporate healthy fats. So that can be avocados, that can be any kind of nut oils without any of the palm oil. And also, if you're cooking your lean protein sources, adding in a little amount of olive oil is going to give you a really good healthy fat option. Something simple as like 5 to 10 grams is going to be absolutely kind of perfect and not too much. You then want to rotate 2 to 3 meals that you have through the week, but incorporate and really incorporate this 3 chaos day backup meals. So there could be things like you've forgotten to take things out of the freezer, you don't have the time to prep, or you've just simply been in and out all day long and you haven't had any time to get to the shops. Having 3 chaos day backup meals are simply going to be there just so you can obviously make sure that you continue your goals, still using the parent plate formula, and obviously carry on going. There's going to be no tracking and obviously no calories on this in that kind of tracking, just structure that obviously is going to stick and build you momentum. Your step 5 is simply going to be your resilience loop. So we feel like if we've overindulged, if we've kind of gone over on calories, or if we've gone really under, or if we haven't had any movement, we feel like we've messed the week up absolutely completely, and there is no point in obviously continuing out through the week. It's never about you falling off. It's about making sure that you bounce back and obviously get back up. Most of the time when we feel like we've overdone it and we've given up of the week, we feel really stressed and overwhelmed that it's going to take a lot for us to get back on. So we want to pre-plan your reset moments for when you feel like you've fallen off. So this can be, number 1, a go-to movement. Is that 5-10 minute walk around the block, getting some fresh air, de-stressing, getting some nice vitamin D when the weather in the UK obviously allows you. This could be a 5-10 minute stretch, a yoga session, whichever is going to be more suitable for you, that you enjoy, that's going to be sustainable. Number 2 is a go-to meal, so a full back plate. So this could be something simple that takes 5-10 minutes. So like Greek yogurt, some oats, berries, and a bit of peanut butter on the side. Really healthy, balanced meal. It's going to take you 5-10 minutes, high in protein, and it's going to make you feel a lot better. Number 3 is a go-to mindset phrase. So, for example, this moment doesn't define my week. We always feel like, I've really messed my week up. I'm just going to give up. Really negative kind of mindset, really fixed kind of mindset as well. But instead, if we can change that to a growth mindset, so this moment doesn't define my week. That's really positive. That's going to allow you to go, okay, I've messed up, But this moment doesn't define the week, and then you can keep going by using one of the three things here. It's going to get you bouncing back a lot more, and it's going to allow you to keep that momentum going without feeling any overwhelmed or stressed. And last but not least, stick this on your fridge. Stick it on the cupboard, stick it anywhere in the kitchen or anywhere you kind of go. That every time you see it, it's going to remind you. It's there, it's ready there in your mindset. Over a couple of weeks, this is going to be really ingrained into you, into your mindset, and it's just going to feel a lot more kind of easier. Remembering that reset is going to be better than you restarting every single time. So why this simply works and why you're going to be able to drop 5 kg in the next 6 to 8 weeks, there's going to be simply no skipping meals. There's going to be no sacrificing your family time, and there's going to be no guilt feeling when things get kind of hectic. Instead, this is going to provide you with that steady, flexible approach that brings you progress and make it feel effortless, because it's going to be fitting into your schedule. It's not going to be feeling like it's another thing on your to-do list, another thing for you to achieve in the week. This is going to allow, like I said, 5 kg down in the next 6 weeks, and then also to keep it going. It's not about being perfect. It's parent-proof. This is why it works. So I simply created this after I was 110 kg. I was exhausted, I was grieving, and I was helping raise twins because 2 weeks before my dad passed, everything kind of fell apart. I had no energy, I had no routine. I didn't even simply have kind of belief in myself, or that I had that simple time. For everything else that was going on in my life, it just seemed one thing after another. That everything I had to achieve in a day, there was just no amount of time that I had for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. You don't need to simply figure this out alone. We feel as busy parents, we have to do everything ourselves or with our partner or things like that. You just need a system that fits your life and your schedule. Each and every parent is completely different. So if you want to find out more, follow the link, click the link to book in a call, and then we can have a non-obligation discussion, run you through the whole Parents Academy Fit system, see how obviously it will help you to achieve the goals that you want to achieve, all whilst not feeling guilty, frustrated, overwhelming, and still allowing you to make memories with the family, run after your kids for many, many, many years to come, and feel even better in yourself with more energy, more confidence,